Today is the last full day of Venus in Pisces. Very late tonight Pacific time, Venus will enter into the sign of Aries, and you want to think about what you were doing the first 5 months or so of 2017, because when Venus goes retrograde at the end of February, she will be doing the same retrograde that she did that first half of 2017. What comes up may be thematically similar. Don't look for the same exact people and circumstances and the same specific things. Look for thematically, okay? So it's going to be better this time around. Back then, the North Node was in Virgo, and this time around, the North Node is in Pisces. Venus in astrology creates and brings you opportunities through whatever section of the chart that she's transiting, opportunities for love, money, career, relationships. But it's up to you to have the wisdom and the discernment and the self-knowledge of your own values so that you can discern which of these opportunities that you want to avail. You want to ask yourself, are these opportunities supporting your values? What you value in relationships, what you value in how you earn and spend money, what you value in your career and how you give back to the world. Opportunities that Venus will provide you will either harmonize with your values or they will contrast with your values. Venus is trying to bring that part of the chart that she's transiting at any given time into alignment with your values. So it's up to you to realize what decision is the right decision for you. Now, when Venus goes retrograde, all of that I just said goes into reconsideration. Retrograde energy is very karmic, very fated energy that is meant to put you back in touch with your true alignment. So that can manifest in a multitude of different ways. We're going to get to examples in a little bit. So you want to think about the Aries area of your life, the Pisces area of your life, and you want to think back to the first 5 months or so of 2017. So let's go ahead and take a look at some case studies. So going back through my own personal media from 2017, it's so funny because in January 2017 is actually when I made this discovery about Mrs. Holton. So check out my previous video, the one right before this video, to know what that is. But yeah, that was January 2017. Venus entered the shadow for that retrograde January the 30th, and this was like around mid-January, like around I think January the 16th or so. But it was like foreshadowing the foreshadowing. This was also the time that I was living at the Sportsman's Lodge Hotel in Los Angeles for a little while, negotiating the SAG-AFTRA TV theatrical contracts. This is a great Venus retrograde example because when I got to Los Angeles and really spent time, spending time with actresses that were like Los Angeles actresses, I realized something. I had like a definite shift in perspective because I realized how big of a role like networking played in the acting profession. And up until that point, I just was thinking that, auditioning and just letting my work speak for itself was like enough. And I met these actresses in Los Angeles and I really saw the difference. I really realized that I don't have the personality for that. Like you really have to like push your face in front of faces and be like elbowing people to get in front and be so down for doing nudity and like the whole social part of the acting profession. I'm just deficient, and the social part of anything is a huge deficiency for me. Like I've said before, I have skills, talents, and abilities, and I'm very proficient in some things, and I'm completely like lacking and deficient in other things, and this is one of them. And I didn't really understand that, and I was already acting for many years by this point. And so when I got to Los Angeles and I got like that kind of experience is when I really understood that auditioning was never going to work for me, that I was going to have to I would have to write and direct projects for myself that I probably was never going to like get cast because I didn't have like a network. I didn't have social like relationships, and it was like, but it was really eye-opening for me because I just didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. I was also doing other union social activism at that time. At some point I got bangs and a pair of sunglasses. I was also using Snapchat a lot, which right now I don't use Snapchat anymore. I'm not on Snap anymore, but like now it's all about the TikTok. I was also working at 𝚃𝚑𝚎𝚎 at this time, and this did not end well. That was a very painful part of the Venus retrograde. So guys, what could that look like when you have to be realigned in your values? So for this particular instance, I lost this job. The girls there, again, social deficiency, they were like racist at the very worst and mean girls at the very best, and they totally, yeah. Venus retrogrades are wonderful times to go through a breakup or have someone die and have to grieve, because remember, we're putting our values back into alignment, and for some people that means a loss or like a shock, a jolt, and something to tell you like this is not for you. This is the way you're earning money, this love relationship, this career thing, this whatever, it's not in alignment, and it's going to be separating you from that. This is some customers. I was cleaning the store one day, and some customer left a piece of chicken on a pile. I just thought this was funny. I was crawling around all kinds of forbidden places and taking pictures. I'm huge into photography and climbing. I just love exploring. I've always loved exploring. And so I had some really cool, discoveries, and just our definition of beauty could even undergo something very different. Like, this is obviously like a very dilapidated structure, but I took some beautiful pictures inside. And so our concept of beauty in alignment with the values, that could also be part of a redefinition over this next couple of months, because our Venus retrograde, Venus is going into Aries tonight, and this is going to be like a long process taking us into spring. Okay, spring 2025. This is so weird. I found this in my camera roll. I was looking for these Jaguars from the 80s, and I wanted to get one, and it's so weird because I wanted to do something to it. I think I wanted to make it steam powered. Like, I wanted to gut it because everyone was telling me they suck, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna gut it, and I'm gonna, like, I think I wanted to make it like a steampunk, steam powered, I don't know. Anyway, and I'm saving the best for last. I accidentally met John Malkovich. And this was so fate and destiny, you guys, because at this time I was writing a script, and I was thinking of him in mind for a certain part, a certain role, and then I met him. I was at Soho House I was taking someone to lunch or dinner or something, and he happened to be here with this guy, and they have some kind of project, and guys, it was like this fated moment that really confirmed for me that I could continue to like write this role for him. He's the mayor, by the way. And but like talking to him, he's just, it was like a spiritual experience. He is just the loveliest. He's just so lovely. And I'm at a loss for, I don't have any more words, and I'm the writer, right? So it was just, I bought that little thing, that record, and he signed it and everything. And he was, like I said, just the loveliest person, just so easy to be around, and kind, and just lovely. Natalie, did you talk to him about your script? No. Why not? Because it didn't come up. Like I said, I don't push myself in front of people and like get all pushy. If it doesn't come up, I'm not going to bring it up. If it's not, I'm very passionate about organic discovery. And it was just so meaningful to just be around him, and that he talked to me, and that we just had like a really, I remember right after right after he signed my little thing and I looked at it, I just gulped down all of my excitement, and I didn't want to have this, big thing. So I was like, so that was like a thing, but it was just like, okay, have a great day, guys.